Hello, hello. Okay, I think that this is probably the most anticipated video. Okay. This is probably the topic I get the most questions on. And I am just gonna kind of walk you guys through Canva. Okay. I'm gonna screen record, screen share, whatever you want to call it, my computer, and we are gonna make a couple graphics together. I am going to show you um some different tools and techniques that Canva offers. I do have Canva Pro, so I don't really know the huge difference between the Pro and the free. So just keep that in mind when you are watching it. I do have Pro. Do you need to go buy Pro? No. Okay, not at all. If you can't do a background remover, there's websites for it. Remove.bg for background, right? There are, y'all, when I started this, let's be completely honest with y'all. When I started this, I was using Instagram to make every single one of my stories or unfold, right? If you've been here for any length of time, like who remembers that? Yeah, you guys remember that. I was using Instagram stories to highlight over the entire screen and then just writing on the picture itself. Like I don't think that you need to pay money for fancy things, but Canva does have a free version, and I like how user-friendly it is for the templates and stuff. Um, I love to use their templates when I'm making graphics for like launches or promos or for my customers or whatever it may be. And then I also really like to just create my own. So we're going to talk about a couple of those things. We're going to make some stuff together. I'm going to share some things. Hey, dude, I'm going to share some things in the chat, and then yeah, any questions you guys have, let me know. But again, I do have the paid version. Can you go lay down, please? I do have the paid version. So just keep that in mind if there's anything that you can't do, and you have the free version, but also you do not need to pay for it. Okay. You do not need to pay for it. But let me walk you through some different things that we will make together. So the most popular one that I have is like my sample ones. Okay, my sample ones, generic sample ones, promos, stuff like that. Okay, these are probably the most popular ones that people ask me, how did I do it, how do you make it, what do you do, like yada yada, right? So let's go ahead and make a generic sample story, right? So I will get a new page. Your page would probably be white. So we will start out exactly how you would have it. So you will come here, your Canva will probably not look like it has all of this stuff on it, but your Canva will look here. You'll hit create a design, you'll hit Instagram story, and it will bring you to this layout. Now these are templates, okay? And the Pro, so if you have Pro, you have access to all of them. If you don't have Pro, the ones that you don't have access to are the ones with these little crowns that say Pro on them. So just keep that in mind when you are using it. But like you can use stuff like this. You can they have ones like this. Like you can utilize these templates for stories if you want. Okay, personally, me, I like to start with a blank canvas and work from there. So let's go ahead and start from a blank canvas and work from there. So one of the things that I like to do is, and it's my recently used, but I like frames. So fun fact about Canva is in their element section right here that I just clicked, you will see this will pop up. Your recently used and graphics and stuff like that will pop up here. But if you scroll down, a lot of the popular things that you'll find that are helpful for stories will pop up here. Tables, frames, this means you can put a picture inside a shape. Different types of graphics, stuff like that. I love this section right here. Like y'all should recognize these. I use them for almost like every graphic I make in the team page, right? And I just change all the colors and stuff. Like we have these ones, right? You guys should recognize these, right? And the fun thing is you can all the colors, like you can change them. So I have my branding colors already on here. So like I could go in and just change all of the colors around to be part of my brand. Okay. So stuff like that is really cool. But let's go ahead and add our camera frame, right? And I'll just leave this here for fun. So a camera frame, right? Okay. So you have this here, you want to put on this one, I have my sample website, right? So what you would do is you would add your sample site into here. I have to find where mine is. I have lots and lots and lots of stuff. Sorry, y'all. Sample site right here. So you would go there and you would have it pops into here, right? So for me, what I do when I make you guys graphics is I kind of take out the URL because that way you guys, it's generic, but you're going to be making it for yourself. So it doesn't matter, but you can change the shape. You can change everything. You can move it around. You can make it smaller. You can make it bigger, whatever you want to do. Okay. So we're making a sample story. So here is that for that. So the next thing we want to do is we want to add premium grade nutrition, right? Since we're remaking that one. So we'll go to text and we'll type in premium grade. Move that over here. And you have your fonts. So some fun different fonts that we have. I really love fonts like this. So you can go like that. And I like to change colors and stuff at the end. I just like to get everything on here and then play around with colors personally. Nutrition. Fun one. See if we like the look of it when it's done. Okay. So I add my text in there. I have my picture right here. So some fun things that you can do with your text. I love to use the effects option. My favorite effect is neon. If you go all the way, if you lower the intensity, it brings the color deeper. If you brighten it, it brings it to a white with that glow behind it. So what we could do is we could do like an orange glow. We can make the background a black and it will really pop. So that nutrition part, we could, and I love the color black with the neon effect, but you can also go in and just add some fun, right? Some fun things. So I'm going to keep this just because we have it here. So some fun things, because I want to show you guys some different tools that you can utilize in here, is there is a transparency option. So I have that squiggly line clicked. I click the transparency and look, I can make it disappear. I can make it a little bit there. I can make it all the way bright. You can decide what you want to do. So I'm going to do that one, but I also think I want it on the top. So I'm going to control copy, and then I'm going to paste it, control V for paste. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to position it to the back. So it goes into the back of my, my graphic. Another thing you can do that's really fun is you can flip them around to make them different ways. So you can keep the color, keep the shape, but go different ways. So it looks like unison or what in sync or whatever that word is. Y'all know words are hard for me, but so it looks like this, right? And then what you can do is you can add your own pictures. So here's a picture of me. I like to remove my background. So I hit edit image and then BG remover. And again, if you don't have access to a background remover on your Canva, there is a website called remove.bg that you can do it on your phone, save it, and it will watermark save it to your camera. So there's no background. Okay. So every time I do my background remover, I also like to make sure that it gets literally all of the background. Like this is still my chair. So a fun feature that I like is the erase option. And I like to bring my brush down so that way it's easier for me to get into small spaces. And I just kind of go in like this and clean up where maybe some parts were left from the background of the picture. Just go in here like this, clean up some spaces. Right. Super, super simple. Then I hit done. So I have been asked a lot lately how I got that glow behind my picture. So if you come down here to shadows, you have different options. You could do a drop and it literally just drops. See how it has that little shadow behind it? You could do it curved. You could do it lifted. You can do a backdrop. You can do it angled, but I personally love glow. And then if you click it again, it gives you the option to do a color. So I have been doing more of a purple glow, and this is the size of the glow. So you can change your glow, which I have been loving doing this because it adds that fun little like pop behind it, right? So I think that's really fun. Something else that I always like to add is this part, the energy, mental clarity, mood stability. So you would go to text, click, and then you would paste. I just copied it from that one over there. So something that I'm going to do is I'm going to move this around. And then we can change the color. Let's see what color we could do. Let's do a purple. And then we could do effects. We can make it real bright, real bright. Super simple. Say that you want different text. You just go in and you change your text. Drag to kind of get everything to fit, right? Say that I didn't like this nutrition right there and I wanted it to be underneath here, right? But that space right there, it's just too much space for me. So could I do a whole separate box? Sure. Or they have up here, it's called spacing, and you can move you can make the space smaller. They also have so you can make it bigger, you can make it smaller, you can spread your letters out, you could do all sorts of things. Okay. Made it too close. So that is something that I also really like to play with. I offer my mine free, but you don't have to offer yours for free. So you can say premium grade nutrition. And then you can also do like a samples available. Samples available. And you can add that in there. You could do that in the cursive. You can do so much stuff with this, which is probably one of my favorite things. You can leave a space in between here for your link, because remember, this is going to go on a story, so you can put your link right here. Super fun stuff. So if you wanted to make this a different color, you could. Super fun. Looks good to me. Super easy and quick to do. So just different ones. So say that you wanted to take from the Lavelle website, right? Like this, the 3 steps, okay? So say that I wanted to add the 3 steps in here, right? Say that I didn't want these squiggly lines. So that I did not want those squiggly lines, right? You see how adding a background though, it just kind of adds to it. And those are free. Those are a part of it. But you could easily go to the website and you can drag to your computer the 3 steps, right? And then from your computer, save it to your computer, you can upload it into here. And voila. Now I like to remove the 1, 2, 3. So you could do background remover and get to that eraser part. You can also download it. I also have it downloaded like this without the 1, 2, 3, but for the sake of us taking it from the website right here, I will just show you how to do it. Done, 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 done. Say that we wanted to make this our background and we wanted to put this, wanted to put this up here. You could position it to the back, right? And then we could do a transparent to bring it so it wasn't so bright. Super, super simple. This is some of like my favorite stuff to do. But I also I love to play around with Canva. There are so many things that you can do. So many different options available, different fonts, different colors, all the things. So this is probably one of my favorite things to do, and super, super simple. I do tons of my promos this way. It doesn't take me a lot of time. Once you kind of figure out what you like, the fonts you like, they show up here because it's recently used, right? Your recently used fonts and like your most common fonts, they show up there for you. Pictures stay here. So you can just start dragging stuff over. And it's fun. And my favorite thing is when you are adding, especially for our content purposes, the colors will pull. So these are all the colors that pull from the pictures in here. So like the blue, it pulls from the blue capsules, right? The green from the green DFT, the orange from the lifestyle mix. You know, you can do all sorts of stuff and move your colors around, which is probably one of the coolest things. So that way you can stay in uniform with kind of the colors of your picture. So yeah, and I'm actually going to keep this one because I think that's kind of cool. So what I will do, since we made this one together, is I will also remove my picture and I will post this one into the Telegram chat for if you're doing this live. Since we made this one together, I will make Rob's name disappear for y'all. And voila, we will do that. And I will share this in the Telegram chat for y'all. So you guys have a new sample post that you guys can make today. But I also really, really want you guys to, hey, it's me again. I really want you guys to play around with Canva, or if Canva isn't your jam, see, here's the thing about Canva is it works best on a computer. Yes, they have an app. I have the app downloaded because I'll save them once I make them on the computer. I'll save them on my phone through the app. But I really want you guys to play around with Canva, because the more that you play around with it, the more you're going to get comfortable with the different things that are here, and you're going to find different ways to do things. So let me show you guys one more story that I'm going to share with you guys for Elite during this. So I'll screen share one more time and show you guys, because I want to make sure that you guys are fully comfortable with using Canva. So let's make something like this together. Okay. And maybe not even together, but let me show you, like showcase, where's this from, right? Because you go and you do these things, you add all your text into it, and we will add all of this stuff to it. Okay, so let's see, let's go ahead. That's an element, so that is a shape. So you can literally just type in shapes and it pops up. Okay, and then all you have to do is, I like to position it to the front at first so I can get the sizing of how big it is. And then I position it to the back to kind of finish so I can see where I want it to end. And then I can move it a little bit. Okay, then you can do the colors of it. So you could do a white color, but again, you can do the transparency so it pops a little bit more. You could do black. You could do a kind of an off-white color. Honestly, you can play around with it and do so many options. Like you could do a blue. That looks good with the blue background. You can transparency it or whatever that word is. Okay, now let's go ahead and do the elite. And this pulled from an email. So if you guys remember this email that came out when we were first talking about elite, it pulls it. I got it from an email, so it's not from the website. Doesn't have a transparent background, nothing. So what I do is I add it onto my page. I hit edit image. I hit background remover. Sorry, Jason, but we're just gonna go ahead and take your head out of there. Sorry. I change the size of it and then I move it. Okay. Now, if you remember in the last one that we did, and I don't have to remove anything on this one because the background completely, besides Jason's head, completely removed. So I just hit apply and I am going to go and I'm going to do a glow to it. Okay. So from that glow, I'm going to add a, let's do a white glow, and let's make that glow like really pop, okay? But say that you wanted to do a blue, you want a blue glow, or a brighter blue, or orange, or gray. Like you can change all of the colors around, okay? So let's do a glow. I like to personally always add my own picture to my graphics. And here's the thing of why and I'll get asked that a lot. Do you add your pictures because you don't want people to use them? Well, no, I mean, it would be weird if they used them with my pictures on them, but no, that's not why I add my pictures. I add my pictures to everything because I want my face to be the brand. I don't want to brand Thrive. I want to brand Lens. So every single thing that I do, I add my picture to. I'll add a before and after, I'll add pictures of me, like all sorts of things. So let's do this picture since the other one, we did the other picture. So this picture, I do edit, background remover. It does the background remover, jingamabob. Takes its slow time. This is the longest part of the boot camp, right? Okay. So this one, it did that. Well, for me, I have like OCD about the top of my head right here. So I'm going to go and I am going to erase and kind of round it out a little bit. So I don't even know what that is on the top of my head, if we're being completely honest, but we're just going to go ahead and get rid of it. Okay, we hit done. So say that actually I accidentally erased part of my forehead, like I swiped, right? You can hit restore, and what restore will do is it will literally restore whatever you erased. Okay. So don't think that it's gone forever. You can restore a lot of things. For example, I'll actually restore something on this picture. My DFT right here got taken out. So I just restored my DFT on my hand. Okay. I will, ooh, you can always go back. I will move my picture down here. I'm going to put it into sizing of how I want it. Move it off like this, but I want to add a glow. I just really like the glow look these days. I'm just digging the glow. I don't know why it removed it, but that's fine. To front. I don't know what it's doing or why. There we go. My glow didn't pop up, but that's okay. For the sake of time, we'll say that's fine. See, super, super simple. Super simple. You just have to play around with it. That's the biggest thing with Canva is trial and error, playing around. The graphics are not as hard. You just have to play around with it. So your assignment, your homework today is to share make your own sample graphic, right? Make your own type of graphic. It doesn't have to be a sample graphic. You can make any type of graphic that you want. Make your own Thrive related graphic and share it in your stories today. Okay, I would love to see some fresh graphics created and shared. And if you are willing to share it with other people for inspo, post it in the chat if you are doing this live. If you aren't and you're doing this on the replay, still create some new graphics for yourself. Because here's the thing, put your picture on it now that you know how, because here's the thing, the more you brand your face, and that's kind of why we're doing I'm doing it the way that I am with you guys, and I'm having you guys go face to face. I'm having you guys utilize your stories a lot more, and I'm having you guys use video content and really start to brand yourself and your story and why you're using the products, and your story about the opportunity, and your story about the products, and your story about why you're here, is because I want you to brand you, and I want you to be the face, not the products, not the company, right? Are they great products and a great company? Yes, we wouldn't be here if they weren't. But people join people. And so I want them to know your face. When they hear Thrive, people think of me. When people see other people posting about Thrive, they think of me. Why? Because I've branded myself. So when they hear Thrive, they hear Lynn's. So that's what I want them to do, is I want them to see you when they see somebody else talking about it that maybe hasn't branded it yet. And that's kind of the beauty of branding yourself. So don't forget your non-negotiables, planning and batching Zoom on Sunday, either live or catch the replay. You will want to catch Monday's trainings at 8 p.m. Eastern, and then your IPAs every single day. And if you have not caught up on any of the assignments from the previous videos, go ahead and catch up on all of those highlights, catch up on whatever you need to. Take some time to dig in deep into your highlights and into your stories. And if I can give the biggest piece of advice that I hope that you take from the last X amount of videos that you've been watching and X amount of days that we've been doing this, is using your voice. I want you to use your voice to say why you use these products, and why you fell in love with Thrive, and why you're here, and talk about the community. Share the boot camp, not the videos, like not posting like the links or like the content from the videos, but screenshotting me talking, right? Like boomeranging me talking in your videos about what you learned today during boot camp, and how whoever joins you gets access to this. Like, y'all, this isn't just about me and you. This is about people who haven't even joined yet. Like, these videos are going to be here forever. I still have videos from my very first boot camp 3 years ago. So when I tell you that these videos are here, they're here. So this Canva video, this Canva training, you can have somebody come in and they're going to be like, I have no idea how to create graphics. And you're gonna be like, oh, I got you. Lynn's did a step-by-step Canva training, and this is how she did it. And that's what I want you to be able to do. And that's why these are here. So these trainings will be here long after any of us are even here, right? Like it will, well, not with Thrive, but you know what I mean? So for me, my biggest thing is use your voice and share your story and be consistent with it. Because if you are just posting your capsules in your story and calling it a day, but wondering why no one's messaging you, they don't know what your dang capsules do. They don't know. They don't know that it gives you energy. They don't know that it gives you that mental clarity. They don't know that they're your lifeline. They don't know that it's a part of a 3-step system. But I guarantee you, after this boot camp, they're going to know what Thrive is, and they're going to know what it does because you told them. And the even bigger beauty of this is that I hope that you're keeping track of the things that you are talking about. And if you aren't, go back and read and write down in your notebook or in your planner, not on days or anything, but on your notes sheets in your planner, the things that I've had you talk about in your stories. So 3 steps, DFTs, samples, elites, boot camp, community, opportunity, why you use the products, right? Write those things down, because those are literally the same things I talk about over and 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 over again. Every single week, I share the same things. you guys just don't think it's repetitive because I'm using my voice in my stories. I'm not necessarily posting the same picture and the same caption every single week, but there's only so many ways that I can say how much I love Thrive. There's only so many ways that I can say what Thrive does for me, right? There's only so many ways that you can say and do things. So when you use your stories to do it every single day consistently, you start to build that audience and that network that watches you. But even more than that, they're only there for 24 hours and then they go away. So when today you're talking about free steps, tomorrow you're talking about samples, they remember that yesterday you were talking about free steps and it sparked their interest. And now today you're offering them a sample. So you're allowing your network and your stories to work for you. And the even bigger beauty of it is when you're branding yourself and you're putting your face and you're making things that people want to see. We live, and this is a very long video, so I apologize, but luckily it's recorded, so you can come back and watch it if you need to. But we live, I don't know about y'all, but I know that my biggest thing that I love is I don't like to read novels, but if I see a cool graphic, I'm gonna look at it. That's what this is. You just voice to them for how many days about the 3 steps, about the opportunity, about the DFTs, about how you feel. And then you offered samples, and then you're going to post an awesome graphic that you're going to make. And then they're going to go and look at your page and you're going to have these highlights explaining 3 steps, DFTs, right? Or patches or stickers, whatever you want to put on there, right? Samples. We will do testimonies, right? We will do before and afters. Like, we are going to start sharing these things. And if you haven't already, I highly suggest that you start sharing some before and afters. And my favorite way to do that, which I'm going to talk about also later on in some videos, is when I share before and afters, I love to go to people's pages and I love to actually share their posts with their before and after. So it shows they're real people. And that's something you are more than welcome to do on my Instagram, on my Facebook, whatever you want to do. All of my before and afters for the last 5 months are completely public. You could literally, and it doesn't tag me, it doesn't notify me. You just go to the picture, you hit the little share. It's like a little envelope, right? Like a flying email. You click that, hit to your stories, and it'll share it to your stories. And you can type something like 50 or 60 pounds lost in 4 months, right? And you can talk about that stuff from other people, from real stories. They click on it, they see that I'm a real person and that it's real and it's not just you making things up. And it solidifies the story and the picture for you. So just some tips right there for you guys, but I will have more on that as the boot camp goes on. So I hope this helped a little bit. If you have any Canva questions at all, drop them for me in the chat. If we are live, if we are not live and you are watching the replay, we have our overall team chat that you are welcome to put them into, but while we are live on the replay, use the bootcamp chat, or while we are live not on the replay, use the bootcamp chat. Once we're on the replay past January of 23, use the overall downline chat. So have a great rest of your day. We will chat soon.